Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Fiscal Talk. I'm really happy that I can say that our legal expert and my dear colleague, Tara Nedeljković, is here with us today again, and she will be sharing some really important and meaningful information about new fiscalization in Serbia and financial support that you can get for it. First of all, Tara, welcome.
Thank you, Teodora. Thank you for inviting me again, and thank you for starting this conversation with me.
Absolutely. Let's start because all of these information are really important and I know everybody wants to hear it. So the first question I have for you is how big is actually the financial support that Serbian government will be giving away, and how and who can apply for it?
Okay, so first, each taxpayer who is working in Serbia, who is selling his goods and services, can apply for subventions and can receive an amount of firstly 100 euros for each of his reported active fiscalized cash registers, as well as 100 euros for each of his registered stores on the tax authorities portal. Therefore, the taxpayers who registered their store on the taxpayer portal or the tax authorities portal can apply for subventions. And also what I need to mention is that last week a new document has been published by the tax authorities. It is called the Rulebook for the Financial Support and Subsidies for Switching to New Fiscal Devices. So what is important is that this rulebook, other than defining who can apply for it, also defines the monetary value of subventions, which we mentioned previously. And these subventions are not only for the business premises or the stores of each taxpayer, but also for the electronic fiscal devices that he will use. Serbian government decided to choose this type of subventions, so they would be always in money and in fixed amounts for each taxpayer, and that is the way that they will help each taxpayer in Serbia to transfer to the new fiscal system. What I need to say about this is also that not everybody can apply for these subventions because there are some requirements that need to be made. Firstly, each taxpayer needs to register his store, so he needs to have a unique designation of his business premises and his or his store before he applies. So this cannot be the first step. First, he needs to register his stores, like we talked last week, and in some of the previous videos, and also the taxpayer who applies for the subventions needs to be eligible to do so because he needs to be registered in the competent register in Serbia, and that is the business registers agency, if we can name it that. And he needs to do that by a certain timeline. So he needs to have his store himself registered until 29th of October 2021 this year, so he can apply for the financial support if we're talking about someone who is opening a store. So basically that refers to those who haven't opened the store in Serbia yet, or if they're starting to work in Serbia for the first time as new taxpayers.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I'm glad you mentioned our previous video as well. So everyone who wants to apply for financial support, first they need to register their store, which they can see how to do in our previous video. And thanks for mentioning the deadlines. I know that's really important for everyone who is watching this. So please let us know if there are any other deadlines we need to pay attention to. Reminder.
Yeah, there needs to be an alert for this. Yeah, so the rulebook states that a taxpayer can apply for subventions or subsidies is a better term for it in a certain time frame, and that is it lasts for maybe 3 months or so, and it starts from the 15th of October. So the first date for applying for subventions is the 15th of October this year. So it's coming up real soon. And the last date to apply for it is the 31st of January next year. So that is like enough time for any taxpayer to do so. And it is recommended to do it as fast as possible. They mentioned that the amount of subventions, the subsidies will be maybe even bigger than it is right now, but they cannot be sure of that. So we would recommend that you first register your store as soon as possible, and then that you start applying for subventions with your request.
Thanks, Tara. Great information. The last question I have, I just wanted to clarify the procedure a bit. You mentioned some steps, but can you just clarify the whole procedure so we can know better what to expect?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Theodora, for your question. Yes, I can explain the procedure. It is quite simple, but there are a few steps that need to be really taken care of. So according to the new regulation, taxpayers need to send a statement of interest to the tax authorities, and that part is done on the tax administration portal, tax authorities portal, and precisely on the portal called e-porezi. And what they need to do, they need to fill out this statement with certain information. And what is important is that this statement can be done and sent only once for the new fiscalization. So they need to be really careful which information they put and when are they sending it. Because if they want to open another store, or if they want to use another electronic fiscal cash register later on, they cannot apply again. So firstly, they need to choose and do all the previous steps accordingly. And I need to mention that this statement of interest needs to have certain data in it, and some of the most important information. There are many, and this new regulation has all of them mentioned, but and some of them are even mentioned on the tax authorities portal. But this data is something that needs to be sent all together. So these are some of the things that need to be sent in that statement. So that is the data that is the name of the taxpayer, or the name of the and surname of the entrepreneur as a taxpayer. So they need to send the TIN number, or PIB in Serbian. They need to send the number of their business premises or business stores for which they're asking for subventions. And also they need to send information about the electronic fiscal device, which they are asking for the subsidies for. And other than that, they need to send some other identification numbers and some other information, such as the identification number of the fiscal cash register module. And these are some of the most important information and steps for them to apply for the subsidies.
Great, Tara, thank you so much. If I may conclude, everything is simple, but we need to have the knowledge of the whole procedure in order to start, so we do not miss any important steps or information. So thanks a lot for clarifying everything to us in my name and in the name of our audience, because I'm sure it's very, very useful for everyone who is interested in this topic. If I may say in the end, that is, if anyone who is watching this has any questions regarding this specific topic, which is new fiscal system in Serbia, or any other fiscalization in topic, please comment below, or maybe ask Tara, because I tagged her in this video. You can find her on LinkedIn up there, because we are here to help you have your fiscalization process excellent. Tara, thanks again, and we wish everyone a great day. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, Theodora. Thank you, everyone. Bye.